Hello there, Cancer. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today we are doing your weekly tarot reading. This is good for the week of August 29th through September 4th. Oh my goodness, it really is going to be September. So we're going to take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, these cards are ready to talk. So let's get into your reading. Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. This card is just coming out over and over again. I feel like with this Mars and Gemini transit that we just started on August 20th, and it'll stay with us until March of 2023. I did those readings and put them up earlier this week. I'll make sure it's linked at the end of this video. But it's this energy of stepping into our masculine energy, we all have divine masculine and feminine within us, but stepping into that divine masculine energy and taking action, it's like stepping into the power of bringing in those things that you are wanting in your life. And then we have kindred partnership. I think for a lot of you, it is, having somebody, I feel like you're stepping into the power of wanting somebody to come into your life. And kindred partnership does not necessarily mean a romantic partnership. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a business partner. It could just be a soulmate that gets you. It could be a new friend that is, just like somebody you feel really comfortable and easy with, that you can sit and talk to about some of your deep emotions that maybe you can't talk to with other people in your life. It's almost as if this person, I feel like this person is coming in onto your path in order to help you to step into your power, in order to understand just how powerful you are. Lovely energy. For some of you, it could be a romantic connection, but for some reason, I feel, this could be, once again, like a friend or even, for some of you, maybe even a therapist or something. Maybe, you decide to, go to a therapist or a new therapist or seek counsel in some other way. It's because there's something inside of you. This is the number 44, master number. Fours are about building, right? Building strong foundations of business, career, situations, relationships. I feel like this person is either somebody you can build a strong foundation with for a very lasting relationship, or it's somebody that's going to help you to see how you can build this long relationship. Oh my goodness, regeneration on the bottom. A sense of, Phoenix rising from the ashes, but it's also about perhaps looking at a past relationship and understanding just how much this person has meant to you. Look at the colors in that card. Yeah. Interesting, because look, we have regeneration, a sense of rebirth. Rebirth of a relationship or rebirth within yourself. And then we have round and round and not for you. And then we have community. Now, you've been having this reoccurring theme in your readings about, especially like family members, I feel, or situations where there's a group of people, I get the sense in this, it's almost as if some of you may be finally seeing a new soul tribe coming your way. Maybe understanding that people that were in your life before are really not for you, or a relationship, or a group of people that you work with, or whatever that situation is. It's kind of like, yeah, that's a pattern that's not going to break unless I do something about it. And for some of you, I do feel like you've been walking away from a particular relationship. But we're going to kind of clarify this, because I can see two different scenarios where you could be looking at a past relationship and trying to heal it. And then others of you, I think, may be trying to bring in something new. So let's go to the tarot, get some more details here. Ten of Cups. Oh my goodness. The Empress energy underneath. The Empress is also to me a sense of rebirthing, of rebirthing either a relationship or rebirthing within yourself the wanting of a relationship. For some of you, you may have had difficult relationships in the past, almost left the entire idea of being in like a romantic relationship and said, it's just not on my path. You could have gone there. But look at this with the Empress and then the Ten of Cups. Now, I also want to bring up the Empress does, and this energy has been coming in your readings too, so I'm going to bring it up one more time. You have the Empress energy, which does represent mother or child. I think last weekend I did a reading about mother and child and father and child relationships. It's almost as if understanding that you are either birthing something that is going to bring you true fulfillment, or looking at a past perhaps mother-child relationship. I'm also saying that because we have the community card, a sense of family, maybe looking at a family situation. It doesn't have to necessarily be mother-child, but a family situation where it's kind of like, okay, I'd like to rekindle this energy. It's such a loving energy right there, really intense. Okay, so let's take a look. We have the Fates. And then we have the Five of Swords. I wish I was better at remembering past readings. I feel like you had this energy last week. The Five of Swords is that energy of the shadow in the past. Like her heart is broken from some past relationship, right? It doesn't have to be romantic, but something has broken her heart. She's trying to move forward, but the energy of what broke her heart, the shadow of that, is creeping along with her. It's as if she wants to move forward. She wants to have this rebirth. I think that might be part of this energy, that I'm having this like dual, almost like two storylines, right? Part of it could be that you're wanting to rebirth yourself, start this new life for yourself, remove yourself from this past family situation or romantic connection, work situation, and yet at the same time, the energy just keeps going with you. It's because it's not totally healed, right? So the energy just keeps moving with you. Understanding, okay, we have the Fates here. Understanding that part of it is that this journey is fated on your path, and yet at the same time, I do feel like some of you have a new soul tribe coming in or a new romantic relationship. But this person, this situation can't come in until you heal the situation, until you detach yourself from that shadow. The shadow of somebody lingering in the past. The Four of Swords is about reflection, healing. The Five of Swords is sometimes that mental conflict that we go into. We take a look at past relationship, about the pain that it has brought us. And we can kind of like almost, understand it. We get to this point where we can understand it. We're ready to move on. I feel like this is almost this energy of, I have to look at it one more time. She has one of her eyes covered, right? She has one eye open. She's looking at us, but it's almost as if she doesn't want to necessarily totally recognize how painful the shadow truly is. The Four of Swords is about reflection. The Five of Swords is kind of like, yeah, I'm taking another look at this. I know I have to change. Fives are about change. I know I have to change something in order for me to actually move on to the Six of Swords, which is moving from turbulent waters into calmer waters. It's almost as if she's like, yeah, I think I have to take another look at this. There's something else that I need to learn from this situation that I haven't quite yet grasped because it's faded. This is like a big soul lesson. This isn't going to be, a casual friend or something like that. This is faded. There's a lot of soul growth, evolution, progress that you are making with this soul contract with this person. So let's clarify here. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Magician. With the Page of Cups, a sense of forgiveness, a sense of understanding, of compassion, of looking at the situation from different angles. Because you have the Queen of Swords, I'm going to analyze it. I'm going to look at the facts and the figures. This person did this. They did this. It's almost like listing the facts. They said this. They hurt my heart by this. Almost like making a pros and cons type of list about this relationship or this situation. Almost trying to, in your head, this is all about in the head, right, with the swords. In my head, I'm going to get really clear about all the facts, the information around this. It's almost like, she's looking there, and to me, it's almost like more of the Justice card, whether more than the Queen of Swords. It's almost like the Justice. I'm going to rule who is right and who is wrong in this energy, right? Who is right and who is wrong. It's almost as if you can't still wrap your heart and head around this situation. I feel like you've been really trying. You're trying to manifest something in this situation, but you can't wrap what your head, your ego is telling you because your heart is telling you something else. It's almost like that, look, this is how they came out on the table. It's like the Queen of Swords is like, but this, and this is your ego, this is your heart, right? Your ego is saying, yes, but this is what they did. It's like, and then over here, the Queen of Cups is yes, but we still love them. It's this energy of, the Five of Swords just being up in your head. Like, I don't know, something's got to change. It's almost as if you're kind of saying one of these queens is right and one of these queens is wrong. I don't think that's true. I feel as if there are things that have occurred. I feel like this person has hurt you. And, I'm sending you lots of love and hugs because of the pain. But it's almost about getting the clarity about why this whole situation was on your path. It's on a much different level than just what the ego can kind of understand. Because it's a spiritual lesson. The ego is trying to bring it down into reality and saying, yes, but this is what they did. It's almost like, the lawyers clashing in the courtroom saying, these are the facts. And yet at the end of the day, it's as if your heart is saying, yes, there were some things said or done that are painful. And at the same time, understanding that this is part of the journey. This is part about moving out of your head and moving into your heart with this situation. It's the only way you can manifest whatever it is that you want in your life. And I'm not saying that you have to reunite. I almost feel like that's why I was getting this back and forth energy before. Like, very, it's like not for you and let's reunite, Because I feel like this is, your heart and your head. It's like the two angels on your shoulders, right? Your heart and your head are kind of like at battle. It's almost like, who will win? Who will win this battle, your heart or your head? So let's take a look at what your area of resistance or your obstacle. And remember, this is what you're working on this week. Chaos and conflict, right? I think that chaos and conflict is not only in this relationship. I think it's in your head and your heart. It's between... It's really almost like it's not, you could be even not speaking to this person at this time. It's almost as if it's not really anymore about you and this other person. It's really about your head and your heart trying to figure out, I think spiritually, okay, you are trying to figure out what is the lesson in this situation? What am I supposed to be taking away from this situation? This situation isn't on your path just to bring you pain or misery or anything. There is some true spiritual growth that is going on. And I feel like that's where the conflict is at this time. It's kind of like, okay, what am I truly learning out of this situation? Because we have the Queen of Wands. You're not confident right now in how you feel about this situation. And I know in the comments you'll be saying, no, I know how I feel, right? But I think you're still on some level battling. Your heart is wanting something else. Your ego is trying to keep you safe. Stay away from that person. They hurt you. They're wrong. You know, your ego will convince you all day and all night that the other person is wrong and you are right, right? I mean, that's what the ego's job is. And yet at the same time, your heart is like, okay, sure, there's been things here that have been painful, but we all play a part in that, you know? When we step into the energy of understanding that we allow people to come in and hurt us, you know? Because maybe it is about trying to build those healthy boundaries or whatever it is, stepping into your confidence of knowing who you are that has allowed somebody to take advantage of you. So let's take a look at what your advice is here. A leg up. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This is something coming in this week. I think you've had this energy, I know, for a couple of weeks. And sometimes we have to realize that these readings, you know, it's a general reading. So the timeline's going to be a little different for everyone. But it's almost like the Ace of Pentacles. This is something coming in this week that it could be, you know, a message from this person. It could be, you know, you're cleaning something out and you find a picture of them and your heart, right, is like, yeah, you missed them. You know, it's almost as if something happens this week that triggers something inside of you that, you know, your head, your ego is telling you one thing, but all of a sudden you almost like attach to the feeling of this person. You could even have a dream about this person. It's kind of like, yeah, they're supposed to be in my life forever. Ten of Pentacles, another energy of family, you know. So you have a lot of family energy here. It's understanding that, well, wait a minute. Okay, they did hurt me. There something went down. Okay, we're not denying that. Okay, we have those facts, right? But at the end of the day, I really miss this person, right? Because look at all of this energy. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Empress. These two cards, long-term, committed relationship. And it does not have to be romantic, but it can be. But it's about family. Both of these cards are about long-lasting family energies, you know? And then the Empress. I feel as if the Empress is coming in to say, yes, this is going to be brought back together in some fashion. This is just a lovely energy. I mean, these two cards together are like the sun, right? I mean, we don't have the sun card, but these two cards together are like the energy of the sun. Joy, love, abundance, happiness, fulfillment, understanding that this is something that will bring you fulfillment. Now, if some of you are thinking this is not a relationship, okay, it could be finally recognizing the fulfillment that you want inside of yourself. What is going to make you happy long term? What you can build, the life that you want for yourself that you can put together, okay? So it could be a business, because the Empress is the energy of building a business. So it could be a business or some other life situation. But I feel for a lot of you, you know, especially with this kindred partnership, I feel like it's almost an energy of coming into peace. There's almost like peace here. You know, we have a serendipity card. I almost wonder if this Ace of Pentacles isn't something that happens out of the blue. Like you run into this person somewhere, in a coffee shop or something like that, because it is fated. Whatever happens this week, know that it is fated. It is meant to be on your path for a reason. I guess the reason I'm saying that is it's kind of like, don't blow this conversation or this running into this person, this text, this message, whatever it is, don't blow it off. This is meant to spark whatever happens next. Yeah, because we have communication, action, 8 of Wands, going in a new path. And then, we have the Queen of Pentacles, such a lovely energy here of home, hearth, mother energy, nurturing. The mother energy is really strong in this. We have so many queens. We have the Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress. You have all the queens. This is a very much an energy of where your heart will win out this week. Okay, because you have so much divine feminine energy here, and we all have divine masculine and feminine, right? It almost might be a week where you are truly coming, no way. Look at this. This is the next card, Yin, divine feminine. You're divine feminine, and then look at this, loyal heart. I feel like you're really and truly embracing the heart part of this conflict. Your head has won out for so long. And now we're in that Mars and Gemini energy where transformation is what we're really and truly looking for. And I feel like you are stepping into this energy of allowing yourself to have the feelings. I feel like for some of you, you've allowed your ego to win out because you didn't want to feel the feelings in this situation, right? They're too deep. It's too painful. It is a painful situation. I mean, this has really been in your readings for some time. So I feel like it's a painful situation where, once again, you kind of have to dip your toe into it and then you pull back out and then go a little bit deeper, maybe up to your ankles, and then you come back out and then up to your knees and then you come back out. It's almost as if you've had to do that because this is such a deep connection, So let's see. Oh my goodness. 6 of Wands on the bottom. Definitely having victory in this. Okay, so you have the Death card in reverse. Not wanting to end it. I think you've had that energy for so long, not truly wanting to end this. Like thinking you wanted to end it, okay? But your heart, every time you truly wanted to end it, your heart speaks up and says, not yet. Because your heart knew it was going to win out in the end. And I know some of you are going to comment. You're going to be, nope, I know where I'm going and it's not with this person. Now, once again, just because you have this card doesn't mean that you have to, if there's a romantic connection, you don't have to actually reunite with this person. It's about bringing the energies into a more peaceful situation. Perhaps having a conversation and understanding, okay, what did we learn from this? It's really and truly a soul lesson. And I think the other person knows it too. So it's like you both come together, or this group of people comes together, and it's kind of like, what can we learn from this? Because even if we decide to go our own ways after this conversation or whatever, right? It's like we have to clear the karma. We have to clear the bad vibes in this situation so that we can be happy going forth in our life. It's about understanding that it's time to drop the burdens of this situation. I feel like for some of you, your ego has been telling you this relationship is such a burden. It's time to leave it. It's such a burden. But look, he's still carrying all of those 10 wands uphill. He has the strength and the courage to continue on until everybody comes back together and celebrates. It's almost as if keeping the hope alive, right? And then you have the Queen of Pentacles again. The motherly energy is coming out again. Being very nurturing to yourself, to your family, to the other people that are in this situation. The divine feminine coming in again. Stability, long lasting. It's accountability. Perhaps that's what this conversation is about, is accountability for everybody's part in this situation. You have the King of Swords. Look at this. You have the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles underneath. And the Ace of Wands with the Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh, with the King of Cups. I feel like love is winning out. Your heart is winning out. And it's such a lovely energy. It's just like so calming. It's kind of like, I don't have to fight about this anymore. It's almost like you've had all of this conflict, right? In your head. It's like, oh my gosh, I've spent so much time and energy trying to convince myself that I was right in this situation and that other people were wrong. And now it's almost like coming into this energy of, we all played a part in this. That is part of this lesson, right? It's part of this lesson. Everybody played a part in this. And at the end of the day, there is a lot of love in this situation. Very, very loving. I really love the energy that this is ending in. The chaos and conflict is left, and it's just this loving energy. Really nice. Well, Cancer, I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, so let's take a look at your Soul Truth card before we go. Does my life have room for more pleasure and play? I think part of it, we're going to read this, but I think part of it is that when you're in this energy, you're not thinking about love and having pleasure and play in your life, right? It's all about producing, seeing clearly where you're going, being in your head about what's right and wrong in the world and what's right and wrong for you, right? And now there's almost like this energy of, well, that's not really that fun. I mean, we all need to be in this energy at times, right? But it's kind of like, okay, I'm kind of done with that, and I'm ready to have I'm really ready to have some fun, to celebrate, to come back together with these people, this situation that I truly love. Yeah. In what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work? Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? What would happen if you added more play and laughter into your life? What area is lacking this right now? Take time to play. Let go of any need to produce anything. Yeah, producing, right? What did I just say? Queen of Swords is all about producing. And now it's kind of like, wait a minute. Yeah, I'd really like to enjoy my life more. And the way we enjoy life more is to get into our heart space and not be stuck up in our head. Of understanding our ego is trying to keep us safe. But at the end of the day, it also limits us, right? From experiencing pleasure and play in our life. From experiencing love. From experiencing success. Whatever it is that you are truly wanting, it is available to you, but it's about getting away from the fears that are holding you back from allowing your heart to step in and take over. Wow. Well, I'm going to leave it there. Really beautiful, beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really appreciate all of your support through likes, comments, and subscriptions. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.